Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar is remembering her longtime friend and colleague Melissa Hortman with heartfelt words following the news of Hortman's passing. In an emotional statement, Klobuchar reflected on their decades-long friendship, sharing one of her earliest memories of the late Minnesota House Speaker and calling her the best of politics. Melissa Hortman, who served in the Minnesota House of Representatives since 2005 and as Speaker since 2019, passed away after a battle with cancer. Her death sent shockwaves through Minnesota's political community, as colleagues and constituents alike remembered her as a trailblazer, a fierce advocate, and a dedicated public servant. Klobuchar, visibly emotional while speaking at a remembrance gathering, shared her first memory of Hortman. It was during a policy meeting years ago when both were still rising figures in Minnesota politics. Klobuchar said she immediately noticed Hortman's sharp intellect and calm confidence. She stood out, Klobuchar recalled. Even in a room full of experienced voices, Melissa spoke with clarity, purpose, and passion. I thought, she's the real deal. Over the years, the two women grew close through their shared goals, values, and commitment to public service. Klobuchar described Hortman not only as a political ally, but also as a dear friend whose strength and loyalty never wavered. She didn't just talk about change, she made it happen, Klobuchar said. What stood out most to Klobuchar was Hortman's ability to balance political toughness with genuine kindness. She described Hortman as someone who could push through legislation during the day and call to check in on a friend later that night. She got a heart as big as her vision, Klobuchar added. Hortman was known for her work on climate change, education, and social justice. Under her leadership, the Minnesota House passed significant bills aimed at creating a greener future and a fairer society. Klobuchar praised Hortman's ability to unite people across differences and guide difficult negotiations with grace and persistence. She was always calm, no matter the storm, Klobuchar said. She believed in listening. She believed in facts. And most of all, she believed in Minnesota. As Speaker of the House, Hortman shattered barriers, becoming one of the most influential female lawmakers in the state. Her leadership inspired a new generation of women in politics, and her impact reached beyond party lines. Klobuchar noted that while political disagreements were inevitable, respect for Hortman was universal. Even those who opposed her knew she was smart, fair, and principled, she said. Klobuchar also shared more personal stories, including the many late-night phone calls, quiet walks between sessions, and the shared laughter over family and life outside politics. She said that despite the heavy demands of political life, Hortman always made time for her loved ones and never lost sight of what truly mattered. She used her time on this earth so well, Klobuchar said. She fought for people, she lifted others up, and she did it all with a sense of humor, a fierce intellect, and a full heart. In the wake of Hortman's passing, tributes have poured in from across the state and country. Lawmakers, advocacy groups, and citizens have honored her legacy and the difference she made. Many credit her with championing causes that often didn't make headlines but deeply affected the lives of Minnesotans. Klobuchar ended her tribute by encouraging others to follow Hortman's example, to serve with purpose, lead with compassion, and never give up on making a difference. She was the best of politics, Klobuchar said, and the best of us. Melissa Hortman is survived by her husband and children, and her legacy will live on in the laws she helped shape, the people she inspired, and the friendships she nurtured throughout her career. As Minnesota mourns the loss of a true public servant, Amy Klobuchar's words capture the deep admiration and love many felt for Melissa Hortman, a woman who led with courage, worked with integrity, and lived with heart.